I'd like to welcome everybody today to the 5th annual Strong Family Farm Harvest Festival. This is a special year because it marks the 100th anniversary of the barn. 100 years ago in July, the original barn burned down, and by November, this barn was created by my grandfather, Morgan Strong. One of the Morgans. There's 3 of the Morgans. But anyway, I'd like to turn this now over to Mayor Dan, who's got a proclamation from the town.
Thank you. And going with my history, I forgot my glasses again. One of these days I'm going to get them attached.
You want a pair of glasses? Want to borrow them?
I'll try and get through it. This is a mayor proclamation, and whereas it is the intention of the mayor and the council of the town of Vernon to focus attention on noteworthy programs, occasions, and causes. And on this day, it is our honor to do so. And whereas the Strong Family Farm and Barn have stood in as a centennial in Vernon for 139 years as a symbol of strength and grace for all to admire. And whereas Nathan Morgan Strong built the farm using his skills and his wife's dowry in 1879, establishing Strong's foundation from which to feed and care for the growing family. And whereas in July 1917, from causes unknown, the barn burned down and was immediately rebuilt with chestnut trees from the fields on West Road, demonstrating the family's strength and character and determination to succeed. I've got to find these glasses.
They only cost $10 down the road.
Oh no, I bought them at BJ's. I must have 20 of them somewhere. Whereas we gathered to celebrate the accomplishments of more than 7 generations of Strongs who have lived and worked the fields and tended the animals, the fruits of which have fed many a Vernon citizen and beyond. You know what it is? The tower's right in the middle, so it makes it difficult to distinguish. Whereas today we dedicate this 100-year-old barn, marking the legacy of the Strong family, the many contributions to the greater Vernon community, and making their place in the history of New England farming. Now therefore, I, Daniel A. Champagne, together with the Vernon Town Council, and celebrate the ribbon cutting and dedication of the Strong Family Farmland Barn.
And now, Brian Matola, our president of Strong Family Farm Association.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, everybody. I just want to say that the board is up here, and we're hoping that now that we replaced the floor and we're having the dedication today, that for the next 100 years, the barn is and the Strong Family Farm is in good hands. And so just remember, it's a not-for-profit that's running it now and trying to keep the heritage of our community together. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nancy, and thank you, Mr. Mayor, and everybody. And you know, if it wasn't for Nancy, by the way, this lady, the work of 17 people, let me tell you. She does a lot, and we're lucky to have her. Thank you, Nancy.
I just, doing this so that I know that the farm will not become a parking lot. So, yes, definitely. Or developers or things. So it's the community farm. It belongs to the community. The community loves this farm for the last 100 years, and I'm sure the community will love this farm for the next 100 years. There's so many people to thank. There's Bob Hurd out there. He was our pro bono architect that consulted us on the new floor that just got finished. There's Bill Doherty, who did the floor. He has Period Builders. And all the board members and the steering committee who are out there helping us today. Look for our yellow shirts and say thank you for all the hours that they put in to help us. And this marks 100 years. The next year we're going to be celebrating for the whole year, the 100th year of the barn. So we'll have a lot of activities, and we got a few grants out there that we hope that will come through. And I just hope you all enjoy the day, and it looks like a beautiful day. It's not cold like it was, and no northwest wind yet. So enjoy, everybody, and thank you for coming. Brian, you wanna? Everybody get their finger on it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Go. Ah!
take you for a ride in my Cadillac. You'll be in the front and we'll be in the back. When you're ready, let me know. I'll be waiting to make arrangements for the trip. To make arrangements for the trip. To make arrangements for the trip. Do it again. I'll take you to the coast for a holiday. You can be my guest and you can let me pay. Yeah. When you're ready, let me know. I'll be waiting for the trip, to make arrangements for the trip, to make arrangements for the trip. When you wanna love me, this is what you need, to be thinking of me when you play. When you're ready, let me know. I'll be waiting to make arrangements for the trip, to make arrangements for the trip, to make arrangements for the trip. This is what you need, to be thinking of me when you plant the seed of love. If you wanna do it again, I'll take you for a ride in my Cadillac. You'll be in the front and we'll be in the back. When you're ready, let me know. I'll be waiting to make arrangements for the trip, to make arrangements for the trip, to make arrangements for the trip. Well, this could well be your last stand. Feel the sunlight in your hand. Spread your fingers, feel the sand fall through. I've done all I can do. Now it's up to you. You're flirting with time, baby. Flirting with time, baby. Time, baby, is catching up with you. Gentlemen talk a real good game. Every punchline has your name. You cried out and no one came to you. I've done all I can do. Now it's up to you. You're flirting with time, baby. Flirting with time, baby. Time, baby, is catching up with you. There should be more to learn from this. I can't say I know what it is. No difference between a hit or miss. It's true. I've done all I can do. Now it's up to you. You're flirting with time, baby. Flirting with time, baby. Time, baby, is catching up with you. You're flirting with time, baby. Flirting with time, baby. Time, baby, is catching up with you. Is catching up with you.
Okay, everybody, we're getting ready for the Scarecrow Contest winners. Come on around. Okay, Scarecrow Contest. This is our 6th year. Yay! And I think this is the best year ever. I am so glad I'm not a judge for this. I want to thank the Historical Society, Jim and Gloria, for doing this for us this year, as always. This year we had a new business class, and they took up the posts on West Street, and they made a nice donation towards Rails on Our Fence. We're all done with West Street. We're gonna go down Peterson Road with a new fence. So the first place winner for the business class is Legendary Looks Barbershop. It's number 2 out there. Second place, we got family class. Okay, Clark's, Rathburns, and Perry's. They've been with us for years. They're Medusa. Thank you for entering every year. We had a lot of youth groups, and that was a hard one to judge, but the winners are 3 Friends by the Jaywalkers Juniors at First Congregational Church of Vernon. Woo, Joe! Yay! They had the 3 Friends out there.
Creeping down the alley, slipping down in the dark, far far away from human eyes. Shadows look in the park. Sound of hollow footsteps emitting off the walls around the second corner. Your mind rightly recalls. You thought you could escape it, leave it all behind. You find yourself coming back to the scene of the crime, scene of the crime. Fog under the streetlight paints a mysterious scene. Lives will be affected, no hands will come out clean. You feel it all around you. You beg and plead no more. You feel your heart racing. Slowly open the door. Peering into the darkness like a soul out of time. Drifting closer and closer back to the scene of the crime, scene of the crime. Hear the sirens wailing down the one-way street. The moment catches up with you, sweeps you off your feet. Brings you to a place you've been not too long ago. A secret so unforgettable that only you would know. You're lost in confusion without a reason or rhyme. You feel the force pull you back to the scene of the crime, scene of the crime.
Okay, I'm Paul Margelloni. I'm with the Vernon Historical Society, and we have a collection of old farm tools that I inherited through generations in my family. Over here we have a variety of pickaxes. They can do anything from remove tree roots and stuff to loosen up the ground. Over here we have what you call pipe wrenches. Smooth pipes, when you want to hook them together, threaded pipes, you use these chains, wrap them around the pipe, and then pull them. You won't hurt the pipes at all. They're really still to this day used for PVC pipes. Over here we have a series of bunch of sickles. Over here especially, this is what they call a corn sickle. You can tell because it has the ribs on the edge. These are dusters for dusting lime in your garden to kill the insects. It's non-invasive, and just what they do, they eat the plants and get the lime in them, and then when they get moisture, they blow up, and that's the end of the insects. Over here we have a variety of garden hose and claws to keep the grass out of the garden and the weeds. This is an old hand thatcher. You run that through your yard to get rid of all the dead grass. Over here is a variety of hand drills. A lot of these were used when they built houses years ago. They used to call it post and beam, and everything was mortised in the corners and pegged. This is a huge one here. This is about the biggest one I have. And they go right down to pin size. And all turned by hand. It didn't have any power. This is a block plane, the modern type, which is really good. I use this all the time. If I want to take a 3/4 inch board and make it down a 1/2 inch, I do it. Over here is a wire installing rig for putting either barbed wire or smooth wire when you want to pen in your animals. Little staples. This is the special tool you have for it. This is a log roller. It has the push, and I use it sometimes just to get logs, hook them in here, jack them up, and then cut with my chainsaw the size I want. This is another one here. This is for rolling them. You can't do much more than that. And a variety. This is a brush axe. This is this is what I call my nasty. You can take a 2 or 3 inch sapling and just one whack, it's gone. Okay, variety. This is a couple of shingling hatchets for splitting the shingles and whatnot. And the other side, you notice, a nice and flat for hammering the nails in. A couple axes, buck saws. They call them buck saws. I don't know. Probably cost $1 at the time. Right there is a big scythe. That was the mainstay for around the farms. Instead of weed whackers, you use a scythe, or you could use a sickle. Over here, I have different types of sickles, little ones. This is what before weed whackers. You take the weeds along the edge of the house and every place else. Big one. This is a dual-purpose thing. You can use it for either getting ice out, or they used to use these on the railroads, to move the railroad ties. When they were replacing them, they would take one guy at each side and hook it and lift the railroad tie up, put it where they wanted it, set it down, put it in place, and then they would come with the plates for mounting the rails and bang the spikes in. These are ice tongs, and this is an ice hook. When they cut the ice and they pull it up out of the water, like so, you hook it, pull it up, and then turn it, and then you push it and send it off like that to wherever they were piling it up. And these are ice spikes. That's so you wouldn't slip on the ice and get your fanny wet. They're really handy. Over here I have this is an old coal shovel. It's basically for home use in the furnaces. They had the old coal burner furnaces. That one there says Holland Brothers Coal Wood and Hauling, Depot Phone 7. And I'm not sure if that was Vernon Depot phone number 7 or what. This came from that area. That's the old railroad station across town. And then I have big coal shovel. That was the mainstay. That's when they used to deliver coal. And it's get it out of the truck into the chute, or when you get it down the cellar. Sometimes if you didn't have a coal bin in the cellar, they just dump it in the window. You had to go down and move it by hand wherever you wanted it. And then we also had, last but not least, to burn your coal, especially every room in a house, they had a hole in the chimney that they would, each room had a little coal burning stove in the winter. And this one here, what you do is, one was for ashes, at least that's what I did. That's what it is, it's and then you put the coal in one bucket, and when you open the door, you take the shovel full, stick it in the burner, bank it down for the night, stay nice and cozy all night. You didn't have to worry about the furnace running constantly. The heat would stay. And of course, like I said, once it's burnt, then we would put the ashes in another one and take them out whenever it got full. We didn't take it out every day. A lot of times they take the ashes and put them on the walkways. They use it like a non-skid. Everything was utilized. And let's see, what else? I have a whole mason's tub and masonry tools on the ground down here. Which whenever I want to do any kind of cement work or fixing up, I use them still. That's basically all I've got.